Praise the Lord. Welcome to our Monday evening devotion. I want to briefly bring up one of the things that my dad, he touched on just briefly yesterday during our Sunday service. You know, we've made it clear up to this point that we consider it our jobs that we're bringing about the end times. We're bringing Jesus back. That is what we consider our job and the most important thing, the only thing that matters in our lives. And what my dad kind of touched on yesterday is one of the reasons why Jesus hasn't come back. We've talked about it a lot, talked about a lot of different reasons. One of the things that he mentioned yesterday was people, even if they may not realize it, they don't want the end to come. What they actually want is a cycle of revival after revival after revival. But reality, and it's biblically clear, that there has to be an end. And our job, we're supposed to want to bring about that end. And where it says in 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 11 and 12, it says, "Therefore, since all these things will be dissolved, what manner of persons ought you to be in holy conduct and godliness, looking for and hastening the coming of the day of God, because of which the heavens will be dissolved, being on fire, and the elements will melt with fervent heat." Obviously, that's describing the end times. And Peter is telling us, making it clear that we have to hasten that day. We have to want it to happen. We have to consider it a command and our job. But the church, the world, they don't want the end to come. And one of the things that my dad said yesterday is the consequences of the end will be there. They don't want to see the consequences. They want to talk about things like paradise. They want to talk about things like heaven, of course, but they don't want to talk about judgment and destruction and things like that. But us, we are God's remnant. We know it is our job to look for and hasten that day. Like I said, the world, they want a consistent cycle of revival after revival, but in reality, there has to be an end. And this may not sound like a very encouraging type of devotion, not a typical devotion you would see here, but there is encouragement that I want you to find in it. And it's one of the things that I want to bring up that we've been saying a lot lately, which is that when Jesus comes back, when we bring him back, things are going to be infinitely better than they've ever been. We got to hold on to that. We've got to go after that, because that's going to remind us what the Bible teaches about how we need to hasten the day of God, bringing Jesus back. It is a command, and it is our job as his remnant. God bless you.